All right, listen, I know people in my audience, some people in my audience are going to get mad at me because there are people in my audience who love Marianne Williamson. And they say Marianne is willing to make criticisms of the status quo that many candidates won't make. But I'm sorry, guys, I can't take the new age self-help gurus seriously. And I am going to tell you what I think. And I know some of you will be mad and you're going to email me, and that's okay. It's great that Marianne Williamson is willing to say things like both parties are widely controlled by corporations. That's great. She says it. It's not the type of thing you hear Joe Biden say. But that notwithstanding, I am not super excited about Marianne Williamson announcing that she will be challenging President Joe Biden for the 2024 Democratic nomination. I'm just not excited. I don't believe that she is someone who could seriously do the job. And it is very difficult for me to take her seriously based on her basically being a version of Deepak Chopra. That's the way now, perfectly nice individual. I've had her on the program. I love her whole thing about we need more love and all of it. I love all of it. But this is not something that I'm going to get excited about. And I'll talk a little bit about it. And I know there are people in my audience who like this. The fact that Marianne Williamson makes criticisms that many Democrats aren't willing to make doesn't, to me, mean that she should be president. There's lots of people that make criticisms that I find to be real good criticisms that I wouldn't go and say, well, make them president. She was able to gain a big Reddit and Twitter following. She capitalized on some meme culture. She's interesting. Like, I get it. She holds some reasonable left-wing views that I perfectly well agree with. She's for Medicare for all, I think. She's for DACA, granting some kind of permanent status for those who were brought to the U.S. undocumented before they were adults. I think she's for the Green New Deal. She seems very serious about climate change. That's all great. Is there any evidence that she can or would actually be able to do anything about it? But more importantly, I just can't take people seriously when they have a history of touting all sorts of woo-woo pseudoscience, including sort of flirting with anti-vax stuff, although she's kind of backed off of it a little when some of the repercussions weren't so good. She's promoted this prosperity gospel stuff that you often hear from the Christian preachers. You can look at her 2012 book for examples of that. She sounds like Deepak Chopra half the time with these unintelligible quotes that are sort of like meant to sound profound, but they don't really mean anything. Just one example is when she said, everyone feels on some level like an alien in this world because we are. We come from another realm of consciousness and long for home. Oh, wow. That just as easily could be a Deepak Chopra quote. Another example, yin is feminine earth, yang is masculine sky. When God is seen as he, the soul is seen as she. Just archetypes, spirit impregnates soul. It's just not for me. It's not for me. One other one. God is big, swine flu is small. See every cell of your body filled with divine light. Pour God's love on our immune systems. Truth protects. It's just not for me, guys. Okay? So, totally fine that she's running. Good for her. I have no problem with her running. She should run if she wants to. It's just not for me. And hopefully, people in my audience understand that. Now, one argument that I saw, 3 people emailed me about this, and all 3 said the same thing. Marianne Williamson is going to push Biden to the left. I don't see how. And what I mean by that is, if Biden runs for re-election, there's not going to be like a real primary. And Marianne Williamson isn't going to get on the debate stage with Joe Biden. Now, you could say, well, she should. She should be fine. She's not going to push Biden left because if Biden runs, she's not going to get on the debate stage. No one will pay attention. And I do think it's also important to mention that if she somehow managed to become the nominee and somehow managed to become president, she would get nothing done. She would literally get nothing done. She doesn't know how to get bills passed. She has no idea about any of that stuff. And I have no confidence if the completely impossible were to happen, if someone paid attention and she won the nomination and she became president, I don't think she would be able to get anything done. I don't believe that it is serious. I think it's perfectly fine and interesting. I completely support her right to run, but it is not for me. Email me insults. I'm ready, folks. We'll have all of today's clips on our Instagram, which you can find by searching Instagram for David Pakman Show. One of our sponsors today is Blue Chew, a unique online service delivering the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. And they're giving my audience an entire month's supply for free. So if you think you could benefit from an extra boost of confidence when it's time, all you have to do is take a short quiz on their website. A licensed doctor approves your prescription. The medication comes straight to your home within days in a discreet package. No driving around to the doctor's office or the pharmacy. No waiting around. No awkward conversations with your doctor. All of Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA. The entire process is just a few clicks. Go to bluechew.com. The link is underneath this video. They'll give you an entire month's supply for free when you use the promo code PAKMAN. All you have to do is pay $5 shipping.